Howdy folks, the Mighty Jingles here once again with my World of Tanks replays. Once again I'm in the AMX M4 45, the French Tier 7 heavy tank. This is the last French heavy tank that uses a conventional cannon, i.e. it doesn't have the autoloader clip that all of the other French tanks get from Tier 8 up. So the Tier 8, Tier 9, Tier 10, the heavy tanks all have autoloaders similar to the AMX 1390 and the light and the medium tanks. I'm still enjoying this tank. It's not. I expected it after playing the ARL 44 to be utterly useless. Just to be a horrific grind on the way up to the AMX 5100. It's really not. On paper, it just looks like a bigger version of the ARL. With slightly more health, because it's got the same gun. It's got less armour. It's an even bigger target. But as I mentioned in my first video on this tank, the limitations of the ARL, the ridiculously slow aiming time of the gun, are pretty much gone on this thing. It's only 2.9 second aiming time, which is it'll do. It's quite acceptable. It fires faster than on the ARL, and it's not a bad gun on the AMX. It's got 212mm of penetration, which is fantastic at this level. And it's not quite a training tank for the big French heavies, but it is at the same time, because it doesn't have that autoloader gun, so you're not getting used to the pop out, boom 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 boom, pop back in, drive somewhere else while you reload. It's a weird tank. Paper for armour, absolutely, you cannot afford to take hits in this thing. So in that respect, it's kind of like the other French heavies. It's got the speed, it's got the mobility. There are 3 engine upgrades for this. I don't have it in this game, but shortly after this, I think with this game I unlocked enough XP to upgrade to the 3rd and final engine. Generally, I don't always do that with tanks unless that engine is of use in another vehicle, and as it happens the AMX 5100 uses that engine as well, so I went ahead and I did unlock the engine, and it does make a significant difference to this thing's mobility. I mean, look at how fast it is anyway. This is only with the 2nd engine, so yeah, it's kind of like the higher tier, the 8, 9 and 10 French heavies, but it isn't. It certainly gets you used to the old style of gameplay where you can't afford to take a hit. You have to use that mobility to get out, take the shot, get back in. Excuse me. But without the limitations of having the autoloader. So I really like this tank.
We've hit them hard.
And as you can see, I mean that's a good gun.
We didn't penetrate their armor.
But it's not that good. So yeah, we're here in Erlenberg. I'm top dog again. It's a Tier 7 game, Tier 7 tank, and I wasn't sure whether or not I was going to keep this tank. I thought, I'll grind it out, so I'll get the AMX 5100, and then I'll transfer the crew. But I'm kind of thinking I might end up keeping it, because I mean, look how it performs.
Penetration.
And that is probably the first and only time I've ever bounced a shot on this thing. And there's a Jagdpanzer over there, so I'm going to use this dead KV that I just killed as cover.
Track hit.
Oh, and artillery's having a shot.
That's gotta hurt.
Hey, yeah, it's not a problem. You've got quite good protection on your tracks from Artie here, with his spaced armour and the skirts on the
Enemy
side.
armor is destroyed.
So, unless Artie gets a direct hit, you're pretty good. If Artie does get a direct hit, you're in all different kinds of trouble because of the practically non-existent armour this thing's got. I don't know what the armour is at the sides, but at the front it's 90mm, and I think it's 100mm on the turret at the front. And yeah, you're not gonna. Not even your gun mantle is going to stop you from taking damage if somebody starts shooting at you. So you have to play it very cautiously. The thing I think it compares most to is
We nailed the
Tiger,
pass.
German tier 7 heavy, which you kind of play as a sniper. I mean, the Tiger's got decent armor, but sloping is unheard of.
He's gone. Find another target.
And the guns that it faces, they usually don't have too many problems. And again, Artie splashed, no damage. Can I kill this priest? Let's see.
Enemy armor is destroyed.
Look at that gun! And I think this AMX 12T is the only thing that really gives me any problems throughout this match.
One of our tracks is gone. We can't move.
He tracked me. I've already used my repair kit. So I know he's fired one shot.
They're hit.
And I think I've blown his engine up with that shot because he ain't trying to get away. And he's tracked.
Enemy is hit.
You see, this is the problem with the French heavies. You really don't have any armor. That 12T is giving me a good kicking, but now he's out of ammo.
Enemy vehicle knocked down.
You can kill him at your leisure. And there's now... Oh, there's the M18. And look at this gun. Come on, come on, come on.
They're knocked down.
And there's TopGun. In this tank, that's unheard of. And as it happens, I pushed my luck a little bit too far. Oh, and the IS. Yeah, you don't want to be hanging
That's gotta
around
hurt.
in front of the IS's 122mm gun. Not in this thing. You do not have the armour. I mean, that AMX 12T nearly gave me a good kicking. I'm not going to go toe to toe against an IS. But still. Yeah, I mean, Ogre was a tier 7 Gabe. I'm in a tier 7 heavy tank. But the French heavy tanks, they're not heavy tanks at all. They really aren't. They require a completely different style of play. And I don't make it away time. And the IS
This
do.
vehicle has had it.
But it doesn't last much longer. And that's a nice, comfortable win. And TopGun. So, yeah. This tank is really growing on me. I don't know if I'm going to keep it. I may just take the crew out and put them in the AMX 5100 when I eventually unlock it. But I'm not in any rush to unlock it. I like this tank. So if you're thinking about grinding your way down the French heavy line, once you get past the ARL 44, it's all good. And it's certainly a good training tank for the tier 8, 9 and 10 vehicles. And there we go. Sherman Jumbo finished the IS off. So let's have a look at the scores on the doors. Yep, happy with that. Nearly 3,000 XP. And a respectable amount of credits that more than covers the repairs. So, yeah, AMX M4 1945. TopGun. Give it a try. You might be surprised. See you next time.